Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And the San Francisco 49ers taking on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Scott on the return.
Philadelphia gets ready on offense behind Carson Wentz, the number 2 pick back in 2016 out of North Dakota State.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries. But last year, started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Running down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
$13 yards remaining on second down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Wentz's pass intended for Alshon Jeffrey.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. First time we get to see the 49ers offense behind their quarterback. Now in his 7th season as a pro from Eastern Illinois, it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Here we go.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
The tackle made.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage, but the big man setting the tone physically.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Yard loss. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And taken at the 46. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Well, Charles, for the Philadelphia Eagles, it's an 0-2 start to 2020. They were losers in the opener at Washington, and then the Rams came in and handed it to them in Week 2, 37-19. Carson Wentz, outplayed by the man, drafted one spot higher than him in the 2015 draft. And he finished 26 of 43, 242 yards, but 2 more interceptions. So, Charles, that's now 4 picks that he's thrown in 2 games.
And he didn't counterbalance it in this game with a touchdown pass. Didn't have one. So that made things even more difficult for this Philadelphia Eagles team. He did say it after the game, turnovers are killing us. He's well aware. But don't forget, he's got a jumbled offensive line in front of him. They've had injury on top of injury, changes of position throughout this early going. They've got to get settled in there to give him a better chance. Remember, he was sacked 8 times in the season opener at Washington. Now they get to host the winless Bengals in Week 3. And normally you would think that's a week to get right, Brandon. But that's not going to be so easy. Joe Burrow's playing awfully well. And these Bengals, they're feeling like a team that's starting to get better and better.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's got this down to the 35.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Sanders, the Eagle ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone. Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Wentz on the give to Sanders.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Eagles 3, 49ers nothing.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here come the 49ers again offensively, and this is a team, Charles, that after week 2 is really just decimated with injuries. That's the bad news. The good news, they did get the victory pretty convincingly in New York over the Jets, but gosh, they came into this game with injuries to George Kittle, Richard Sherman, and Deebo Samuel, and they leave with season-ending injuries to Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas on that defense. Jimmy Garoppolo had the ankle sprain. Raheem Mostert left. I mean, it is not looking good right now on the injury front for San Francisco.
It certainly is not. Now, one thing that may help them is the relaxed injured reserve rules this year, right? You can bring guys back quicker than you could before, and I believe you can bring more back. So that could help them if some of them can return. Some of them, it appears, will not return. These injuries look like they're season-ending. They've got a heck of a battle on their hands. They will play the Giants this week at the same site. But if you go back to last season, health helps you get to a Super Bowl, as we all know. That's not just last season. That's any season. But last year, San Francisco, hardly any lost time to any key players. A little bit different here in 2020.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Here we go. What do you need? Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here we go. Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57 Mike 57.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Bourne. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
To Kendrick Bourne. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and now it's 2nd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
57 for Mike. Watch 57. Watch the screen.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and that takes us from second to third down.
I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Garoppolo again. And he's got Sanu. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
They hand it off to Mostert.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Again, the ball carrier.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
57.
To throw is Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 4 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
And the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And an Eagle.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. This pass complete, Wentz to Ertz. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
2nd and 3.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Eagles 3.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now Sanders. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
56.
Now Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The ball carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Where's 52? Block 52.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
57, Mike. Mike.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Offense.
Out of here, man.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Dwelly. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Connects with Sanu right side. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Mostert. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Left side here to Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Wentz going to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Wentz now on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mouth.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Complete to number 7.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
The ball carrier.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here's Mostert, toss left side.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
On the coverage.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, Charles, glancing back to week 2 of the NFL, certainly there were a lot of great games. Unfortunately, though, it was a tough day for injuries across the league, and the team probably hit the hardest, the 49ers, losing Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas for the season. They also had Jimmy Garoppolo, Raheem Mostert also leaving that game, but they were certainly not the only team affected.
And remember, they were already missing George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, right? Those guys didn't even play in that ball game. So this is a team. Oh, Richard Sherman, of course, is on IR. They've really struggled in the early going. How about the Giants losing the face of their team? And Saquon Barkley looks like an ACL gone for the season. And Cortland Sutton also done for the season with an ACL with the Denver Broncos. tough sledding right now. Remember, Drew Lock, the quarterback, also hurt his shoulder in the last ball game.
And then Christian McCaffrey, they're saying likely at least a month for him of being out with that high ankle sprain. I guess maybe, CD, this is a good year to have just that 3-week IR rather than the longer spell.
It certainly is, and when you can have guys who can return faster for you, and you know that really helps the team out in a big way. Unfortunately for the Colts, former first-round pick and safety, starting safety for them, Malik Hooker, the IR won't apply. He's gone for the season with a torn Achilles.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Complete to Deshaun.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. The 40, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Now Gold for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
The kick is good.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Miles Sanders.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Carson Wentz back.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot. But we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on third. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And an Eagle first down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And 5.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 5. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He'll get this to Ward. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Wentz again. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pettis now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
You gotta be ready. Don't be scared.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Miles Sanders strut his stuff in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
30-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
handoff. This is Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Down at the 43.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's second and a yard. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This is Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made by Brock.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
57 to Mike.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Raheem Mostert.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man is born. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
57, Mike, 57.
Now Garoppolo. And he finds the tight end, Reed.
Garoppolo's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
57. I got you. I got you. 57.
Garoppolo finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Garoppolo again. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of
So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll run with Mostert. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Well, they always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run. It's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And that's the rookie Javon Kinlaw who got in there to bring him down.
Well, in the short time this San Francisco organization has been configured the way that it is, you've seen their draft patterns. And when they traded DeForest Buckner to Indianapolis, many people were wondering what's going to happen to the interior of the defensive line. Well, they replaced him right away with Javon Kinlaw, the rookie out of South Carolina. And I expect him to make a big impact early as a rookie. Plays with great leverage. I love his hands and really good intensity each and every snap.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on 1st down. Officially a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
57, Mike 57. Hey, man.
Second and 5 now. Garoppolo, and this is caught off the deflection. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Again, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pettis once again the target, and it's third down.
And when I analyze Darius Slay, you know what I always come back to? His extreme confidence in his ability to play the corner. And that's not something to be taken lightly in the NFL, because every week he's taking on a big-time player.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First and 10.
Third and long as a defender, all you want to do is guard the first down line. Make sure that everything stays in front and run up there and make the tackle. They did everything exactly right, except making the tackle the running back, and he ends up finding a way to pick up a first down. Brandon, that play just should not happen.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. They hand it off to Mostert.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Here we go. Like 80! Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go! 50 seconds!
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will tie things at 17 all.
17.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
With 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Scott on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Miles Sanders, the Eagle ball.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's complete to Ward. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Eagles.
Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and
Wentz now on 1st down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, it's Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass. Nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down. That's the end of the third quarter.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And Jeffrey's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 23.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
Garoppolo's pass.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
No gain on.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
34-yard line.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mostert. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 3 from the 9. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
With Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4.
Taken down at the.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
2 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Wentz's pass.
And that went off the mark, a little late with a throw.
It's 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And all the way down to the 39.
That's good.
A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Space to run past the 20. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Gold is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
The score, Niners 27, Eagles 24.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Miles Sanders.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. On 1st down, Wentz. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Wentz to throw again. Being chased out left. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Finding his target, it's Ward. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. And he fends him off. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Armstead in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Wentz signaling frantically. Let's get to the line. Now Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
8-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good.
The kick is good.
And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think that pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Pettis now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
A Mostert a first down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. First throw of OT for Garoppolo.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass, incomplete. Intended for Kendrick Bourne.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Sanders, the Eagle ball carrier.
Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. What can Wentz do now with his drive? And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no first down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
The ball carrier.
This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Garoppolo's pass.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. For 25 yards that time.
draw play. Garoppolo gives to Mostert. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
He's definitely one of the best defensive tackles in the game. He's been a Pro Bowler the last 5 years running. When you run against Fletcher Cox, good luck.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Mostert. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He's credited him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.